Hello everyone and welcome back to Lucky Loaders 15, where I'll be giving you 3 of my best bets for tomorrow's racing, where we'll be focusing on the French racing at Clairefontaine and also as well at Lyon Parilly. Now before I give you those 3 best bets tomorrow, I just want to apologise for not giving you any winners today. The most frustrating moment of the day really was Claire's, which was our long shot, tipped up at 15-2. The money was down for it, went off around about 5-1, 11-2 in places. And it looked like the jockey, Delphine Santiago, got this horse into a good position and was kicking at the right time, went a length and a half clear. And then as soon as the camera angle changed, the camera angles at Vichy are awful. But when it changed, somehow she dropped her whip and that paid to her chances. She lost her whip. And then after that, she just gave up and she caused quite a bit of interference for a few others. I think the horse probably would have won if the jockey hadn't lost the whip, to be honest with you. And that was really frustrating because that would have really helped our cause today and it would have been a nice price winner. So that was our most frustrating moment of the day. Our other 2 horses, our nap, Austin set, the writing was on the wall from the start really. This horse probably needed a lead and it ended up going to the front and was pulling like a train, and Pierre-Charles Bordeaux couldn't do anything. And the horse in the end finished in last place, so that was quite disappointing. And then Aiko again for Axel Nico. I thought her massive allowance would come into play. The horse ran okay, probably a little bit too keen. Probably the small field might not have suited it, might have wanted a bit more pace up in front to help it settle. But yeah, that horse will probably have its day again sometime soon. But Claimers is where I'm going to be following that horse in the future. But that's how the 3 tips went today, and hopefully we can make amends, because before that we were doing all right. We were having some nice snap winners. We had a long shot winner, a few more next best have been going in. So yeah, a bit of a upturn in form, or downward turn in form I should say, today. But hopefully it's just a blip and we're back in the winners enclosure tomorrow. But let's get stuck into the racing, and our first selection is going to come in the feature race of the day actually, and the Group 3 at Clairefontaine in the 12:10. And this is going to be my next best, and I'm going with a horse here called Devil. Now this horse is 4-1 with bookmakers at the moment, trained by Freddie Head, and Maxime Guillon is booked for the ride. Now Freddie Head stable haven't started at all well. They've had quite a few well fancied horses not come in, but in the last few days, like Andre Fabre, I just think his yard has started to turn. They've had a few horses that have started to run a bit better. Cool the Wind is their stable star that won their long distance Group 3 at the weekend. So yeah, that suggests maybe the horses are coming into a little bit of form. They had a nice horse that ran in a handicap the other day called Brimmering. That's definitely gone into my tracker for next time out. But I think Freddie Head, he'll have his time soon, and I think Devil can go well for him. This horse, last time we saw it, finished 8th at Longshot in the Group 3 Pre-Fontaine Bleu, the trial for the French 2,000 guineas. Probably just didn't stay the trip, to be honest with you. That was over a mile, and the drop back in trip tomorrow should suit. Also as well, that was on soft ground, and I think this horse is better on a good surface, and the current ground description at Clairefontaine is good, so that will help him. Going back through this horse's form, he won a Group 3 at Maison de Feet last year as a 2-year-old. And to be fair, I actually thought in his race last time out, he was running okay. But then he was a bit hampered, and then things just didn't go right for him. Probably needed the run. And then in the last furlong, he wasn't given a hard time. I think tomorrow with Maxime Guillon aboard, who actually won on him last time he won, I think that's a positive move. Maxime Guillon was on the other horse, Ecrivan, in that race, which suggests that was probably the first string. But drop in into this race tomorrow, I think Devil has got a good chance at 4-1. I think it could potentially go off favourite in the end, and this is going to be my next best, and I'm just going to recommend a win bet on that horse. We then go to Lyon for my nap in the 5:20 for their feature race, and I like the chances of Gelinka here. Now this horse, not the most original price I know, 11.10 with bookmakers at the moment, but it's trained by Nicholas Balaga, I think that's how you pronounce his name, and Crystal Nayet, I hope that's how you pronounce it, is able to claim a handy £9. We've seen it to good effect already. They get the female weight allowance out there, and with her extra apprentice allowance, she gets that £9 off. So that's really encouraging. And this weight tomorrow, the horse is well treated, gets a filly's allowance too. So much weight allowance for it tomorrow that it should make it a really winnable race for this horse. Finished 5th last time out at Saint-Cloud behind a nice horse called Erska that's currently 33-1 shot for the Prix Diane Group 1, which is more commonly known in English as the French Oaks. But yeah, I think there's a lot to like about this horse. She gets all the weight allowances tomorrow. And she ran a solid race, and I just think she'll come on for that run at St Cloud last time out. So for me, she's my nap of the day, and hopefully she'll give us a winner there. We then go to the 720, the final race on the card at Lyon Parilly, and I'm going with a horse here called Scottish Sun. Now this horse is 12 to 1 with bookmakers at the moment. It's going to be my long shot, and this horse is trained by Cedric Boutin and Hugo Moussan, I think that's how you pronounce his name, is able to claim a handy £5 off the horse's back. Now this horse I thought ran a really encouraging race last time out. Finished 7th on his reappearance, but he wasn't that well far beaten. He was towards the front end of the race as well, and he was going okay for a long way. And then at a crucial stage, I don't think he would have won, but again he suffered a bit of interference, and that really paid to his chances of finishing the places, which he could have done. But when he did get some space again in the last couple of 100 yards, he stayed on strongly again, and the jockey didn't give him a hard time. And I just think dropping back down in trip tomorrow, an extra furlong, will suit this horse. And with the weight allowance as well, the £5 off the horse's back with the jockey's claim, I think that's a really outstanding chance. He's a previous course winner as well, and he's normally a reliable yardstick in handicaps, and there's currently 12 to 1 about him at the moment with 5 places. I think that's a really good long shot bet. I could definitely see him going very close. Also as well, drawn in stall 9, not too bad. And a drawn in the middle. I don't think you want to be drawn against the very inside, but you don't want to be drawn out wide. I think there's 20 runners in this race, so I just think he's drawn in a good position. He's a horse that likes to be up with the pace, and if he can get a bit more luck in running, I think at 12 to 1, that's a good price for him. So that's going to be my each way bet, and hopefully we can have a good day tomorrow. So that's all I've got to say on my tips for tomorrow's racing. If you haven't done so already, please make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel here at Lucky Loaders 15. You can also follow me on Twitter as well using my handle. That's the best place to follow me on social media, which is at Lucky Loaders 15. Also as well, if you want, check out my website, which is www.chrisloaderracing.co.uk for a full list of my portfolio. And that's all I've got to say. So please gamble responsibly, and we'll be seeing you soon.